Mongolia's first postage stamps, Eldev Ochir. Mongolia has pioneered in the postal services of the world since 1235. In its 800 years of history, Mongolians used postal horse stage station systems that later spread throughout the world. Continuing this historic tradition, the very first Mongolian postage stamp, Eldev Ochir or Vajra, was issued in 1924. All sets of 7 series of these postage stamps are very rare and authentic. It depicts Eldev Ochir or Vajra, a legendary weapon that symbolizes strength and an irresistible force. The face values are expressed in 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50 cents and $1. Postage stamps reflect the country's culture and customs. The first Mongolian postage stamp, Eldev Ochir, went into circulation in 1924 and attracted the attention of Asian countries. For example, in 1924, the Shanghai newspaper North China Daily News published an article about the issuing of the first Mongolian postage stamp, Eldev Ochir. With Eldev Ochir stamps, mail correspondence and parcels between Mongolia, China, and Russia increased dramatically. As a result, postal relations between Russia and China, which have large populations in the Asian region, passed through Mongolia. The employment of women expanded after the development of the postal services in the early 20th century and the issuing of the first postage stamp in Mongolia. Hundreds of women were employed in different positions like post office workers, telegraph messengers, telephonists, and delivering mail in rural areas. The first postage stamp of Mongolia, the Eldev Ochir or Vajra postage stamp, has an academic importance. Postage stamps are important documentary heritage for humankind. The government of Mongolia has taken the initiative in this regard and is nominating the first stamp of Mongolia to be registered in the Asia and the Pacific Regional Register. Other countries are also open to nominating their first postage stamps as a heritage of humanity in the region and globally. Most things in people's lives have become digital, and some things can be done online without leaving home. On the one hand, this is good. When you ask a person on the street, "When was the last time you sent a letter with a stamp?" most people are embarrassed to answer, because people no longer write letters on paper and send them in envelopes with stamps to each other. Today, many payment methods such as Bitcoin, e-stamps, and NFTs are going digital. One often faces dilemmas between digital goods and physical paper stamps. In such a situation, we must preserve the original historical purpose and significance of postage stamps for future generations and to draw the attention of people in Asia and the world for this issue. Therefore, we are nominating postage stamps to be registered as a documentary heritage in Asia and the Pacific. Our world is full of wonders, but our heritage is consistently threatened by natural disasters, climate change, pollution, and the development of new technologies. We strive to work with communities, governments, and organizations to traditionally preserve this extraordinary heritage of postage stamps. In 2024, Mongolia celebrates the 100th anniversary of the first postage stamp, Eldev Ochir. Mongolian stamps have contributed to the country's historical development and that of the region. Nominated items have a historical and cultural significance not only for Mongolia, but also for the Asia-Pacific region and the world as a symbol of independence, mutual cooperation, and contribution to the emerging world postal integration in the early 20th century. When a postage stamp is registered in Asia and the Pacific Regional Register, it will commemorate a legacy from our past, something we'll live with today and will leave to future generations.